Hello guys, I'm Dyslexic. Welcome back to Star Wars Interworlds. I spent quite some time actually to prepare-ish for this episode because as you can see we have close to 16 million and we are building a trade station here in Cantonia, and as you can see green lines, I claimed these two systems mainly because I was starting to have maintenance issues. Now it's not in here because we are currently negative 62, but we were actually paying. We were paying, and the reason for that is I actually boarded a dreadnought from the Valerian Syndicate. One of those guys. He was attacking ships in this vicinity, and they actually managed to do some damage, and I really hated it. So we're no longer on good terms with the Valerian Syndicate. We'll have to start dealing with them because this is, of course, my territory now. And yeah, also, as you can see, I started renaming, and I'm trying, absolutely trying, to start steering goods towards trade stations. Now, the research station is no longer a trade station. It just didn't do what it was supposed to be doing. From now on, we will be steering trade towards this station. Now, what I could do, and I've been doing in the past, is use this as a go in between. So it's a lot of traffic then. The way I usually set that up is, and let's pause for this because I'll start yapping. We all know how that will go. Is I will create buy offers for these, and we'll just set these to sell offer like over here, like a quarter, and then or even less. Maybe just keep them automated. So whenever we start dipping into a low, we'll start selling or steering towards the trade station. And that only works if we create a global order. And the global order is going to be a blacklist, which is a trade restriction, which is not going to be standard, but this is going to be private property, and we will restrict all factions. That is how I would set that up. The reason for that is the ships assigned to all of these stations and this station would be on private. Now, that will make it that everything that goes into the station, all of those ships, can only dock to my faction, and it can only sell to my faction. Now, the trade station over here is unable to have that because we do want our ships to, start selling towards them. So we cannot do a blacklist with the trade station, but we can definitely do that with our own stations just to make sure they don't start selling to the wrong place. Now, all of these I'm not really worried about because every one of these is now on a private. So yeah, only my ships will dock. And if they do decide to sell, then they can sell. I don't really care. Now, of course, this brings me to the following. This is the superfluid coolant factory, which is now up and running. We are having a tiny bit of ore issues, as you can see with the, not really the silicon refinery, because that's filled so, that is so full. That is fine because that my miners won't do anything with that except, mining and being annoying. But the ore refinery is on the low end, the graphene refinery is on the low end. And that's because I increased these stations to 8 production facilities and over there as well. So yeah, I think we should still see enough wares, as you can see over here. So we definitely are having a bit of a solid trading problem over here. Now, not all of them are working, and that does worry me. Why? Why is that? Safe zone, trade restriction. I could turn that off, but I don't think that's the problem. Now, I used to have that on the M4. It was a on on the mule mod, and that goes really fast actually, way faster than the station commander is going to be able to pick that up. Now let's on pause. Let's take a look how long it will take them to start doing something. You're over there. It's way too long already. Like, it shouldn't be too difficult to figure out that we need ore at the station you're currently at. Especially if we are having enough ores over here. Did I set this up properly? Private. Yes, that should be up and running. Definitely have to keep an eye on that. If this takes too long, then I might just have to revert it back to the station. As you can see, that the station is completely weird. So yeah, the goals, because they have been there for a while now. Design stage up to module prefab and saving up money for an equipment dock. Now the equipment dock I need just to make sure that we can sell ship supplies and we are not going to have our finances ruined. And we can start building up a tiny bit of a fleet. Because right now, having 21 fighters in this does bring me close, very close, at being over my supply limit. And without a equipment dock, I'm unable to provide those supplies, which is problematic. Because I actually have ship supplies over here. They will not take that. I tried, they just refuse, which is fine. You know, at least we know. For now, let's start designing a few stations. And I'm going to go... Let's go large one over here. We'll just put a few over here because we do need a few. Larger size. Plot over there. Now, we already have the superfluid coolant. And that opens the way to... I think it's capacitor or the plasma conductors. Let's quickly take a quick peek. Capacitors. Oh, they both use it. Plasma and capacitors. So that opens up the both of them. Now we have the graphene. Let's cancel that, please, because I'm doing the wrong thing. We'll go with capacitors. Do I have a standard design? Because I've been using the standard design. And I might as well just do a standard pickup so I can really work fast. So let's go into silicon. I think my silicon refinery is that's not my silicon refinery. Graphene, silicon refinery, configure station. Pause again because annoying. This still is not my silicon refinery. That is storing my life here. That's better. We're going to be saving this design as a basic. Now we can go in the new one over here. We'll change basic though. Let's put it in basic. And we'll remove SQL. Oh, never mind. Can't do that then. Oh, that's the one, huh? Okay, we'll just undetach this. This will need to go. I don't want to use those anymore. We have a standard basic with 3. This can now be removed. I don't like a dock to be the very first bit. So we just place you down over there. And then if we move you onto that. Now the cross is the basic one. This is the very first step into the stations. Sun is over there. That means that these need to be rotated 180 all the way over there. And now we're going to be overriding that plan. So that's going to be basic design. So for superfluid coolant, we basically will need one storage. Can I change? I could, but I'm not going to. Let's do a base. Let's do another cross. Doesn't really matter because of the design of the module we're about to place, which is the capacitors. Can just place on there, and then we'll do the same thing at the bottom, if I can find it. There you go. Yeah, copy module, and there we go. That's 4 of them. Confirm that. Is that set up? Energy, graphene, superfood, coon. Yeah, that's cool. Not going to do anything but that. We also need a new plot. You know, I'll quickly design all of the stations I need, and I'll see you then. So this is going to be the final station, which is going to be here, housing the module prefab. Now, it's going to be the one, because it's still very, very expensive constructing a module prefab factory. So the one is going to be all that I want for here. And that does bring me to a lot of stations that are going to be needing special care because we need to build them up. So we have capacitors, the how do you call the other ones? Damn, completely blanked out. We got the capacitors, we have the plasma conductors, the microchips, and then the module prefab, which still gives me a good surplus. But we are needing to focus on our ores. Right now, before we start building these stations, I think it's going to be important that we deal with this. We can see there is enough coming in. The problem, I think, lies that these ships, they're slow. They are just slow. They can do 4 jumps. They are automatically. They're just not fast enough. As you can see, they're waiting over here. I'm thinking what I need to do is getting into large ships. But then again, that's also going to be a supply problem. I got a squadron over here that was removed that, or you can go back because I didn't have everything prepared properly. So yeah, money. Whew, money. That's going to be problematic. It's always going to be problematic because I am absolutely sick and tired of deploying mines. Completely do not want to do them ever again. Because right now, as you can see, this sector has fallen into the hands of the corporate sector authority, and they are currently working, I think, on Nimban. Yeah, they are. Which is, I could kind of do want to join, but I am worried about losing the Forsaken because, like I said, we don't really have the finances to build up properly. These guys are doing refinements. Sometimes they are perching, and they are doing that right now. I bloody hate this. They're buying plasma conductors, and then they sell it. Actually, no, that's a good thing. Never mind. Sometimes they supply my own station, which is definitely going to be problematic. I've seen them actually selling towards my trading station, which is not something I want because currently the prices are high. And if we buy in high and we're going to be selling when they're low, then we are making a deficit. And I do not like that word a lot. So money-wise, we are making about 11 million. But did I buy any ships? No, not really. So 11 million an hour. We will need 35. So yeah, that would be 29. That's a little over an hour. I do need to do some missions. We could also try boarding. And there is a dreadnought over here who is currently engaging that small ship that was flying over there. I think it's this one, the Imperials. We could go here. Hey, there appears to have been a fight over here with the Sith. Okay. I still believe they are from over here somewhere, so I guess the Sith is going to be buddies with the Valerian Syndicate. We can actually check that real quickly. Sith Empire. No, they basically hate all. Not allowed to dock. Oh my. Please, I need to dock. But yeah, I'm actually traveling. I decided that we do want to start heading towards the front lines. That's where the money is going to be made. This is problematic, making money. We're just doing the waiting game, which I don't appreciate. I really dislike that. All of these ships, they're trying their utmost best. But we definitely need to start making sure to overproduce, make sure we set everything up properly, like the superfuel coolant goes towards the trade station, and then go towards the next station and so on. We need to actually snowball into the module prefab so we do not need to spend money. We can use money to build ships and actually get into the game. That is what we want, right? So this 21 million, I need to get started on that. I will accept the ores taking a bit of a dip because right now, as you can see, like we're actually increasing, and these ships, they're trying. It's just not enough. They're building up. There's huge orders. There's absolutely huge orders that we need to do. And I still think we need some large ships in there doing the trading. I might actually just replace all of these small guys with large ships because all of my stations do actually have the large docks. So how would we set that up? Let's quickly go into a large ore miner. Now, okay, this is interesting. Apparently my loadouts are completely gone. That's nice. Solid mining ship. Go here. Upgrade. And this is the solid miner. Save as new. Okay, let's get out of this. I don't know why that happened. Build large ore miner. Solid miner. So we do want to change that. Let's take a quick peek over here. What's the... Now this is the highest one we can get. So that's all good. I don't care about that. Shields. Weapons, that's all going to be the same. All of this is going to be useful, but you do not need mining drones. You need cargo drones. I do want the service crew. That's 5.2 million. And we're going to be saying this solid trader. Save as new. That's going to be the solid trader. I'll buy one. Oh, I'm so hesitant. I need to build up those stations first. So I'm going to be definitely taking a quick peek here. Module prefab, are they near? There's actually a... Wow! Huge amounts! Huge amounts over here. 16! That's the cheapest stuff I would have been able to buy since, like, ever. Do I still have some in my research facility? I use the storage of my research facility to just store stuff. You guys. Any of you just following. You. Go over here, trade with, get the module prefab. 1600, huh? Who are you? You are definitely not going to be my first priority. You are the first base. Plasma conductors. Now, plasma conductors and capacitors. I've seen my ships actually trade, so getting into these would be very, very nice. You get into here, trade with build storage. That's those are huge numbers. Huge numbers. Let's do that again. I think I just spent a whopping 11 million. And apart from the 194 who are sitting over there, which is just... I'm not going to go into that. That's just too little. But both of these stations are absolutely going to be constructed. Let's make sure we get ourselves a builder. Before I forget, because that would be quite awkward. You as well. Configure station. Add, assign a builder. And we do need to set up the trading stations as well. Now, will we be using this as a forward shipping post? What would be the benefit? The benefits would be all of these stations would be supplying the headquarters as well, and then from the headquarters we can distribute. But they currently can do that themselves as well, just by flying towards all of the other stations. So maybe we'll just stick to the station until we need a station to distribute to other stations. Then we can use mods like warehouse and the mule as well. So station overview, we are going to be module prefab, no buy order because that would ruin me. How can I prevent them? How can I prevent my my trade fleet from ruining me? That's the problem I always have when using the advanced trading, is they will go out of their way buying stuff from other stations and actually selling it to mine. So eventually I want these guys to just trade for my station, making me the most money they can. And there is goods. There is goods. We could do that. But do I want to? Let me know in the comments, please. Because I'm going to be indecisive about this. Because I'm always about those changes. I'm going to be like, oh, will it benefit me enough or not? Let's quickly go down here because I was about to miss the damn gate. Yeah, that's nice. I think we should be okay the way it is right now. Let's jump towards the next one. If we find Civ now, that would be a nice fight. I say a nice fight. Of course, it's going to be a horrible fight because those ships are absolutely powerful. But I would like to see a few of them. Let's quickly wait. The other save might take a tiny bit of time.
Jump completed.
It's actually not that bad. What's going on over here? The Vindicator over there. Mission-wise. Okay, so editing this video is going to be an absolute pain in the ass. I just took a mission, which was this one, delivering in the tech fleet. And they wanted me to get 2 proclamators, but they wanted a weapon that the VX8 or something. Let's get to the encyclopedia. I just need to check. Proclamator carrier, weapons. We have the ball. Like, what are you lacking? The dual turbo laser. The XV8. Might not be able to... Okay. It's not there. It's not even in this list, but they did want me to put that onto that ship, which is quite weird and just awkward because I couldn't cancel the mission. I could not cancel the mission at all, which is extremely annoying. Nothing. Okay, let's chat. Let's engage the autopilot because he's going to be annoying. Alright, so how is stuff over here? Let's take a quick look because I have not been here for a while. Why do I say that? Well, I kind of didn't show you yet because I went on a tour through the galaxy. I just did a complete loop. Because I was thinking maybe we can go into... oh my god, how is you guys called again? Oh my god, the New Republic. Yeah, the New Republic guys, and just help them with the war with the Imperials. This way I can actually board ships. That was the idea. But yeah, that didn't really help. I kind of do like the idea of going in here and supporting that ship. So yeah, we are going to be doing that. At least for a while. I spent so much time doing stuff that I probably after editing cut out because there's just not much going on. Everything that I tried in this hourly recording has failed. Absolutely everything. I tried boarding a ship, but it got away. I tried doing that one mission to deliver an attack fleet. 1, I didn't have the money. 2, I didn't have all of the goods that I needed, like I just told you guys. Did I... Yeah, okay, we have 8 million over here, so these stations are going to be built up. Should have opened those 2. We have a lot of stuff to do. Absolutely. I feel like the economy is crashing. It isn't. It's not crashing. They just don't need advanced composites. They do need Durasteel plates, And I need more of these medium ships doing their work. For sure. Oh, there we go. There we go. We have a frigate over here. Ah, we meet again, my friend. Maybe we can absolutely take you on. He is attacking a defensive station, so he's not going to have a wonderful time. Definitely not. Autopilot for a second. Now, it is a carrier, I think. It is on autopilot, so we can actually just check that out real quickly. There are ships. He is absolutely attacking the defensive station. Do you have weapons? You do not, so he is a sit-in dock. We are going to be heroes. Absolutely, that was a huge fight. Cool, but we can handle him. Do I want to quickly scan him? We are going to be attacking. I'm considering dropping the torpedoes. And to get ion torpedoes. Everything armed. Missiles, attack, capital. You guys are going to be docked. I need to be careful about sending them out with the marine stuff. They send out all of those ships. It's so annoying sometimes. Primary weapon group 4 selected. Select one again then, not that I use them. Now, I did upgrade the Forsaken. We now have a range of 18 kilometers, which I think is absolutely good. What? Wait. This is a capital ship, right? Never seen a one. That's so nice. Huge problem in the back though, not enough turrets there, but that's cool. I think this is one of those flagships you need to research. Stupidly expensive ship. That's why they took this entire system over. Yes, they did. This is, and actually got some hull damage. Interesting. No, it was one subordinate. He's going to be taking supplies. That's cool. If I see one of those in action, I'll join. Definitely. Alright, there we go. We are in its face. Completely didn't mean to do that. Let's quickly get all of those torpedoes in. Let's go backwards a bit. I should have waited a bit longer. I completely messed that up for sure. But this is at least 500,000 if we take him. If I can board him, that would be very ideal. So I'm going to be making sure that we'll... I have a button. Oh, I completely messed that button up. That's fine. But it should deactivate turrets. But now it just opened the menu, which is... Let's take a look. I need to look into that. My buttons have been messed up for sure. Where do you think you're going? You're faster than me, that's fine.
Turret. Genosian frigate.
Come on. Let's get in its face. I want to get some distance. Because we have torpedoes. They will do a lot of damage. Shields at 80, hull at 95. Let's make sure we get all of those large weapons of us that are at the top side of the ship, pointed towards that thing. Stop. I don't want to get too close. Maybe go backwards a bit. Just take some time. Don't want to take too much damage. We're actually not taking any damage though.
Genosian frigate.
We can actually go closer, say if we do want to board it.
My friend, was not a good idea.
Now there's another thing that we could do. We can load the lot with... Yeah. 74 Marines. Let's get close. The hull is at 84. Now, when we see that go down, I kind of am tempted to turn the missiles off. Okay, they're repairing. Let's get closer. Shields at 50.
That, my friend, was not.
Can I tell
I'm
you
not
to
talking-
surrender? No, you can't. He isn't. That's fine.
Repair drone.
Now, with our small weapon set to shoot missiles, every missile coming my way is absolutely going to have not the best. I also set up something like a bullet time, which is so cool. Didn't know it existed. I think we are getting to that point to launch Marines. Stop. Everything off. Board. Now, can I tell you not to use your subordinates? No. The 21 subordinates are in. That's so annoying. Let's go in strong. Strong. We might lose. Target turrets. Start operation. Like, this makes no sense. Like, he has one, so that's maybe why he is going out. This, UX, we need to make sure that he doesn't have Marines.
Boarding teams preparing for launch.
Alright, let's go. Let's go backwards. Start making some room.
I'll make sure you regret that.
What is attacking him?
Nimbus. Starfighter.
Come on, go. Wait, did it just blew up?
Genosian frigate.
You are kidding. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Yes, of course they are there. No, never mind. That's apps. See, I told you everything that I wanted to do. Everything failed. Well, at least we didn't lose our Marines. Now, I don't like it that they are launching those ships. Did all of them launch? The majority did. Now, which one of you... You have an abled crew member. You don't need an abled crew member. But you were not the one that I needed. Neither are you. So it has to be you. You. You have a Marine. Don't do that. Don't be a Marine. Why were you a Marine? You absolutely are horrible at boarding. Well, at least we should be paid for that. Let's arm everything again. VLS Mercenary, usually there is going to be a larger ship coming in as well. It seems that there is another gate over here. So we do want to check that out.
Thank you.
Give me money. Payment received. That's not... Oh,
Thanks
we
for
didn't
your
have the
help.
kill shot, right? Ah, that's annoying. There we go. What are we looking at?
Defense platform. Factory.
A factory? You actually got a factory in here? You're joking.
Jump beacon. EU. Autopilot. Engaged.
So I'm thinking, actually no.
Autopilot. Disengaged.
We should have joined the dude, but he's over there.
Autopilot.
And I don't have a visual on it, so well, let's get close. Because otherwise I could teleport over, I believe. No, cannot. Never mind. We're going to be confiscating you.
Autopilot. Engaged. Autopilot. Disengaged. Nimbus. Starfighter.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Autopilot. Engaged.
This is the first time I'm actually flying this thing. I think. Maybe I did in the early stages of this playthrough. NRL is coming in as well. But I think we can have a lot of fun with this mission. But like I said, it's probably not going to be this episode, guys. Like I said, everything that I've tried doing this episode has completely backfired. It's been so annoying. There's actually here a few battleships. I would not mind one of those though, but they are still quite sturdy. How are you on the defenses? Yeah, they have nothing. They're sitting ducks. What are you doing? What are you doing? War room. I'll have to potentially just do this off cam because I just don't have the time to continue. My free time currently is absolute joke. Oh, that's a good ship though. Close the briefing.
Nimbus.
I'll ask him to just go back towards the Forsaken. We will be using the Forsaken. Now, if we have some small ships, we can absolutely send the interceptors. We can really make bank with this mission. And I quite like those patrolling missions / raiding missions. If we were having that on while doing that, that would have been perfect, basically. But yeah, I didn't. Mistake on my bar. I should have just taken the mission with a small ship. Now, question 2 is where are you going? Where are you? See, I told you guys. I told you. Everything is going wrong. And I'm getting marooned by the Forsaken. Because why not? Anyways, on that note, I will be leaving you guys. I'll be trying to build up those stations, building up my capital, getting my economy up and running, and just making sure that it goes a bit faster. Looking at the money, yeah, it's a lot though. Yeah, this is all like the module prefab. Yeah. Anyways, hope you still enjoyed, and I do apologize. Soon, my friends, we will be seeing action. We'll need to get towards this factory as well, take a look at what's going on. Since this is still from the Trading Federation, we could also just post the gate, setting up a defensive location for our small ships. Maybe invest in a few bombers just to make sure that if we run into capital ships, we do have some additional bombs to throw at them, because I do not want to lose the Forsaken. For now, it's all just future stuff. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.